Young and restless as Sharon was jarred out of her comfortable life running the coffee shop by the return of Cameron Kirsten, and while the monster's torment was anything but welcome, there is one aspect of the ordeal that will leave fans cheering. Sharon just came through the fight of her life after Cameron held Faith prisoner and strapped a bomb to her body that could have blown them all to bits, not to mention he held her at knife point and threatened to cut her open and watch her bleed out. During the final confrontation, Sharon shanked Kirsten to death with a knife she had taped to her leg under her skirt, an act that left them breathing easier, but which had Nick concerned about his ex-wife's state of mind after the fact. Nick, of course, killed Ashlyn Locke not all that long ago when his punch knocked the big bad to the floor, where he fatally hit his head on the fireplace hearth. Despite saving his sister, Nick was shaken to his core, and taking a man's life weighed on him for some time afterward. Ironically, Sharon was the one who helped him through it. With the tables turned, Nick urged Sharon to face what happened and stare it down. This prompted her to open up, but we're betting he was surprised by what she had to say. Sharon told Nick that she felt alive and activated. It was as though she'd been living life asleep since Ray died, spending her days pouring coffee and listening to other people's problems, and now she's reawakened. This is fantastic news for Sharon's many fans who had become beyond frustrated with the status quo. The line in the episode about her pouring coffee and listening to other people's problems could have been taken from one of the hundreds of posts or comments on social media complaining of that very thing. Heck, even Cameron knew it. So she's moving on to bigger and better things. This could mean she'll finally open her own practice, although that would involve more listening to other people's problems, and finally embrace her career as a psychotherapist. Romantically speaking, the Cameron Kirsten storyline presented the perfect opportunity to put Nick back in Sharon's orbit as they battled the bad guy together, and a reunion between them could well be in the cards, but not right away. Nick is still very much with Sally. Despite being unable to be there for her when she lost the baby, he was the only one she kept asking for, and he was there to lend her comfort and support as soon as he could. In the short term at least, Nick will be the one Sally leans on, particularly since she's pushed Adam away and is blaming him as grief ravages her. So, what about Sharon and Adam? He's certainly going to need someone who cares about him to lean on after his terrible loss, and they've always loved one another against all odds. Could this be Shadam's time to come together again? While some will always find their relationship shocking, it could never be surprising for this pair to end up back together. That said, Adam is grieving and Sharon seems to want to get away from endlessly being a shoulder to lean on, so theirs may not be a match made in heaven right now. Sharon is ready to live life fully again, which may mean new love as opposed to rekindling an old flame. Will Sharon finally fire up that flirtation with Rhea's former partner, Chance, and take it to the next level? Some folks find the idea shocking due to the age difference, but this relationship could give Sharon the fun and adventure she appears to be ready for, and which she deserves. Perhaps Chance will leave the police force and they'll embark on exploring new horizons together. We know Chance is set to make an announcement that will change his dynamic with Abby and Devon. Perhaps Sharon's next adventure is one that isn't on our radar yet. She's had time to mourn Ray and has embraced her new role as a grandmother, and the rest is gravy. What do you think she'll do next? Let us know in the comments section.